How big is your influence in the music of the Byrds?
How big is my influence?
Because you were a country and western musician.
Yeah. The early Byrd albums, starting with Notorious Byrd Brothers, there was a couple of country things on there. That was probably because, I was in the country and they hired me, as a studio musician because that's what I was doing. And that album and Younger Than Yesterday, there's a couple of country things on there that I guess I put in a little influence of country music in the Byrds.
Was it very hard to change from a country and western musician to a rock and roll musician?
No,
what you are now?
Not really. It wasn't that hard to change because I'm still playing country. It just comes out that way. Kind of a country rock guitar. I don't really consider myself a rock and roll guitar player, even now.
You have a strange guitar. Could you tell us something about your guitar techniques and so on?
Gene Parsons and I, dreamed up this thing about putting a pedal on a guitar like they have on a steel guitar. They have 10 pedals, on the floor. So we started experimenting around, and he built it. And it just hooks onto the strap. You just pull on the neck, and it pulls up one string. So it's like having one pedal on a 6-string guitar, which is gives you a country sound also.
Have you any explanation why country and western is popular in Europe? Because it's not their music.
It's hard to say, really. Like in the States, in California, a lot of the people think that the country rock is really happening in England, so let's all do it. And vice versa, the people in England and all over in Europe really think, that's really what's happening, so let's do it. Most of the groups are from America, I guess, the country rock groups.
Many people consider country and western as let's say, a right-wing music.
Yeah.
When I think, for example, Merle Haggard.
Yeah, well, probably because of the lyrics and the songs, pretty right wing.
Yeah.
But the music isn't really. It comes from that environment, I guess. But it's always been in the other environment too. Old-time folk music. That's really big in the cities and everything. Everything is still doing good. Folk music. There's still a place for it.
Kentucky Cardinals. Could you tell us something about that?
Yeah, that was a group that originally started with 3 brothers. My 2 brothers and I. I was 10 when we first started. And we were called the Country Boys, and we just turned into a bluegrass band. We started out country, old-time country. And we got a 5-string banjo player and fiddle player. And went on for about 14 years playing bluegrass music. And we changed our name to Kentucky Colonels. Done, a lot of TV shows and all the big folk festivals and things like that. We done okay for a few years.
Are your brothers still in music?
Yeah, well, one of them is. He's in Nashville playing with Lester Flatt, from Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. And the other one is a road manager for Oliver Guthrie. He plays music still every once in a while. Can't find a group to really stay in,